Alright folks, welcome to the fifth and final video in my Brew by Numbers week series. Yeah, the series has been pretty weak, as are most of my videos. But yeah, I've really enjoyed these beers. Obviously the beers from this series, mainly, all except the only dark beer, the coffee porter, all came from the lockdown box. And yeah, those beers didn't last long, and I was actually very surprised that I was able to have these last two so we could actually get a review sorted. So we're ending as we started, and we're double fisting today. So matching glasses for this one because it's a special occasion. So we're going over to number 55 now, and this is two double IPAs. One is brewed with Citra and Simcoe, and the other is brewed with Mosaic and Nelson. I don't like Nelson. Funny enough, prior to me recording this video, I did a live stream of the Cloudwater and Left-Handed Giant collaboration, where they had the one recipe, and then it was up to both breweries to sort of interpret that recipe into their beer. What was that sentence? I don't know. And they were very, very Nelson heavy, to the point where I never thought I would ever pour away a Cloudwater beer. Yeah, both of them, both the Left-Handed Giant and the Cloudwater version, were just completely dominated by the Nelson Sauvin hop. And I don't know, it's just, I mean, I want to broaden my horizons and, you know, that as much as I possibly can, but I just really cannot stand Nelson Sauvin hops. And I've had quite a few beers recently that I've had Nelson. So yeah. So I'm already going into this thinking that one of these beers I'm going to enjoy a little bit more than the other one. But I have drank both of these before, so that doesn't help with the review, does it? So the Simcoe, the Citra and Simcoe is 8%, and the Mosaic and Nelson is 8.2%. So let's see if the writing on the back is slightly different for each beer. So this Ace Double IPA was brewed with a hefty addition of new season Citra and Simcoe hops. The resulting beer is an explosion of tropical fruit notes with Citra expressing flavours of juicy peach, ripe apricot and a zesty citrus aroma. The addition of Simcoe brings waves of passion fruit and a subtle piney finish. A generous addition of oats adds body, creating a beer that is soft, rounded and bursting with flavour. And then the Mosaic Nelson, utilising a hefty addition of classic American hop Mosaic and expressive New Zealand hop Nelson Sauvin. This hazy double IPA is an explosion of bright fruit flavours. Mosaic lays the foundation with waves of ripe tropical fruit alongside a fresh berry aroma. Nelson Sauvin adds depth with flavours of white grape, subtle grassy notes and a refined fruity edge. A generous oat addition softens the profile, resulting in a beer that is juicy, full-bodied and smooth. So there we go. So let's get these opened and see what we get. I like doing reviews in these little taster glasses. Makes me feel all mature and professional. Which, to both of them, I am not. So, just let it pop up on my phone. Here we go. So the one on the left, of course, is Citra and Simcoe, and the one on the right is the Mosaic and Nelson. So, beers in the glasses then. And they look a little bit darker on camera compared to what they do here. But then again, I've got a light source coming towards me, which should actually make them look darker to me, shouldn't they? But it doesn't. Yeah, they're both pretty much identical. This one seems to... Oh, no, that's just bubbles on the glass because they're dirty. Yeah, nothing's getting through that at all. Both of them look like peachy... well, you've got eyes. Do you know what I mean? I've just come to the conclusion where whenever I review IPAs, I'm saying the same tasting notes and the visual references. But they both look like a tropical sparkling fruit drink or a soft drink. Both with white head. The one on the left has died down completely, but we've got just about half a thimble's worth on the Mosaic and Nelson. So, both look really, really nice. Now, where can I put you? I shall put you there. So, we'll have a quick whiff of the Citra and Simcoe. You can't really see it, so I don't know why I'm doing that. You know, the thought's there of trying to make this look a bit more professional, but the execution... In fact, should we go all hokey? No, that looks worse. Anyway, so let's get the Citra and Simcoe sniffed. Oh, yes, that's really, really nice. Soft, gentle sweetness. Peaches. A little bit of pineapple. Fruit salad in a tin. Just got a nice sort of vibrancy to it. And then we'll have a smell of the Mosaic Nelson. Definitely has a little bit more of a savoury character. There's a subtle grape-like aroma coming through, but there's no real potency. It's a good job I don't have like one of those microphones here, because all you'd be hearing is my nose just making weird noises. And if this sweatshirt could actually stop folding here. Yeah, this is just maybe a little bit more earthy, I would say. So, still smells nice though. Let's give this one a taste. Cheers, folks. Oh, so good. Citra and Simcoe, a marriage made in heaven. And it does taste like something, you know, like one of those, I'm trying to think. I don't want to go down the lilt sort of route. But it kind of reminds me, actually, of one of the Levi Roots reggae sodas. It's just so nice. No hint at all of the 8% in this. Very subtle raspberry in the background. Bags full of citrusy goodness. A little bit of orange. A little bit of lemon. Very gentle grapefruit bitterness on the back end. So it's not abundantly sweet to the point where it gets sickly. Nice gentle prickly carbonation. It's got a nice bold mouthfeel. It's not the thickest or the chewiest, but it's still very, very satisfying. It's just really nice. It's really, really nice. But we've got to be objective, haven't we? Let's see what the Mosaic and Nelson tastes like. Cheers again, folks. Oh. Swallow that back down. Cheers. See, Nelson utilised in this way is a lot more satisfying. It doesn't have that brutish sort of edge. It is a very subtle grape-like flavour coming through. Thankfully, that Mosaic helps sort of like soften those characteristics you'll get from an Nelson. And in fact, they complement each other really, really nicely, just like the Citra and Simcoe are doing. Mouthfeel pretty much identical, same texture, same little prickly levels of carbonation. And I know it's only 0.2% high, but you're still not getting any of that ABV at all. And what I'm liking most is the fact that the finish isn't too dry or clawing like Nelson can sometimes be, for me personally. But it's still got that nice vibrant fruitiness. It's just got a little bit of like a, not funk, but there's just like a little twang to it. But still a very tasty double IPA. I mean, first of all, right, both of these beers are absolutely wonderful. Both highly recommended. If they're still about by the time you see this, definitely worth a shout. I'm not gonna lie, I just find that a little bit more satisfying for my tastes. That's a very basic bitch approach to this. But that being said, and I've had a couple of cans of this already, obviously, this is still tasting very nice. The Nelson, it just adds a little, it grounds the beer a bit more, and adds a little bit of like an earthiness to it, which I think makes it a little bit more grown up and mature. And I think that there are characteristics from the Nelson hop which can work really, really nicely. I'm not completely writing off the hop, don't get me wrong. But when Nelson is potent, then I just really do not like the abrasiveness of it. But here, it works beautifully well. It's really nicely balanced. Both beers are beautifully balanced, nothing too silly or outrageous. ABV is amassed completely, which is both a good and a bad thing, so you could get very much carried away. But I do personally think that the Citra and Simcoe just edges it slightly, ever so much. There's really not much into this, so I'm not Nelsonist or anything like that, and I'll still, it won't deter me from buying beers if there's Nelson involved in it. I think I've drank more Nelson beers than I have done Sabro beers, and I fucking love Sabro. It's probably one of my favourite hops at the moment. I've got a massive hop crush on Galaxy. That's been really, really nice. But yeah, I mean, should they really both be the same number if the ABVs are different? I don't know. Or is that just being very picky? Is that a Karen moment from me? But yeah, a little bit of a top up. That's just nice. And you're very nice too. So I'm not going to rate them. I'm trying to get away from rating beers, even though I think I've rated beers all this week. Both of them I'd definitely drink again. Both high quality. I've always known Brew by Numbers to be a very good brewery. But I picked up a box from them. Prices were great in both of these boxes that I've had. The first one was a little bit more mixed of light and dark. And yeah, it's just, I think they're a wonderful, wonderful brewery. I like the concept that each sort of specific style is numbered. But if you're, if you're OCD, then I can imagine it being a little bit of a nightmare. That's why I wanted to at least have them in sequential order this week. But yeah, I think you can start off with that concept. And then if you become popular and you get to brew more and your company expands, then it can get a little bit silly. But I think they've managed to cope with that. And have they got a beer for every number? Up to, if not surpassing 55. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a little bit of a cuvee. Yeah, this is a dirty taster glass because I did a cuvee of the Cloudwater and Left-Handed Giant beers. So I will take that into consideration. But we'll pour a little bit of each one in there. It's just such a cute little glass. I just wish they had a bigger glass with the gold leaf logo on it. Because I like sparkly things. Or rose gold, yeah. Give me some rose gold detailing on a glass. Sort of like, well, mind you, my watch isn't really rose gold, is it? The girls' version of this Casio watch, for some reason, has a bigger face. And it's also got a really nice rose gold finish. And I do like rose gold. But anyway, I digress. So there we go. Pretty much the same aesthetically as you would expect. It's gone dank. It's gone really dank. Like bruised fruits that have gone a little bit savoury. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's give it a taste. That's pretty good. Nearly went to Larry David territory then, but I'm not going to do that. The body has become a lot more dense and a lot more creamy and chewy. And it's actually all flavours have sort of softened a little bit. So it's a very palatable cuvee. Would say for somehow the Nelson has become a little bit stronger, especially on that back end. So that sort of dulled the shine a little bit as cuvées go. But I tell you what, individually, both beers are really good. It's really hard for me to pick what has been the best beer from this week. I think one that I just really, really enjoyed. I really, really enjoyed all of them. But it would probably be the double dry hopped pale. That's just such a grud. That's such a grud beer. That's such a great pale ale. And one that you could just regularly stock your fridge up with. So yeah, lovely stuff indeed. Highly, highly recommended. And yeah, even a Nelson skeptic like me really, really enjoyed it. But my opinions mean nothing. Even if I didn't like both beers, I would recommend you try them anyway for yourself. But these do come highly recommended from me, especially if you like your double IPAs. So yeah, that's it for Brew by Numbers week. I will probably do another purchase, or probably do regular purchases for Brew by Numbers, especially if they come out with another interesting mix pack. And yeah, I mean, this box that I got, had like a street value of like 112 quid. But they were doing the box for like 60 something, and then you could apply a 10% discount and get free shipping, and you're getting 24 very high quality beers for like £55. And the beers that were in the silver cans were pretty much, you know, a few weeks fresh. So you just can't go wrong with that. You really, really can't. And like I said, most of them have all gone now, which is quite sad. And it's also quite telling about my drinking habits, but we won't go into that. Although you may see me on an episode of Intervention at some point. But no, highly recommended. All the beers from this week have been top drawer. Please do go check out those reviews, not to watch me, but to hear about the beers. Go check out Brew by Numbers. I'll put their web shop as well as all their socials in the description. I made a popping noise when I said the letter P then, but we'll just move on. And yeah, you'll no doubt be seeing a lot more Brew by Numbers here on the channel. I need to get myself some BBNO merch and some glassware, and yeah, then we're talking. Anyway, so if you tried these beers or any of the others in number 55, or any of the other beers that you've seen from this previous week, or just any Brew by Numbers beers that you like. I remember I had a really good triple IPA from them in Cafe Behemoth, Cafe Behemoth, you know, before the world shut down. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Brew by Numbers, and it's been nice to shed a little spotlight onto them. Not that they need it, because a lot more people know Brew by Numbers than people know me. So, hey ho, it is what it is. But yeah. So thanks for watching Brew by Numbers Beer Week. Thanks for watching this review. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you for putting up with my sheer incompetence. Not only as a beer reviewer, but as a human being. But we're not all perfect, so that's the beauty of the world, isn't it? Anyway, cheers for watching, folks. You all take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-de-bye. What?